Hi, I'm Mike from thesubstream.com, and this is an episode of Watch This Instead for the week ending Friday the 13th of March, 2009. And today I wanted to talk about a film called The Last House on the Left. It's a remake directed by a guy named Dennis Iliadis, and it's produced by Wes Craven, who's the guy that directed the original in 1972. And Iliadis' film, like the original, is the story of a bereaved couple whose daughter falls prey to a bunch of jerks on the lam who kidnap her, torture her, murder her best friend, rape her in the forest, and then shoot her and leave her for dead. They then take shelter from a storm in the last house on the left, which just so happens to be owned by the parents of the girl that the gang thought that they killed. And then the parents find out what the gang did to their daughter, and then they get revenge on them. Let me say it right off the top, this film is incredibly brutal, thanks in large part to an incredibly punishing, almost impossible to watch rape scene in which a 17-year-old girl is held down in the dirt and violated for 5 minutes while her head is turned in such a way that the only thing that she can see is the life coursing out of the holes in her friend's stomach and back. Iliadis' film, at least the first half, is a combination of mute tension that's really well shot and spectacularly well edited, and passionless, languid violence that's legitimately as hard to watch as anything in recent memory. If you've seen the trailer, then you know how the film ends, with an absolutely stupid, completely out-of-place ending that's supposed to appeal to the audience's bloodthirsty need for vengeance and closure, but is instead so transparently tacked on and not in keeping with the tone of the rest of the film at all, that I'm going to, for the first time ever, just pretend that it didn't happen and review the film as if the final scene, as if I'd gone to the bathroom or something. I know that that kind of probably violates some code of ethics, but deal with it. I'm just going to pretend that the movie I saw two movies on the same bill. One was an hour and 34 minutes, and one was 19 seconds. The first one was great, the last one stunk. So what do we have then in the end? For the most part, a film that's really well crafted. It's well directed, well shot, well scripted, well acted, and really, really, really well edited. Except for the last scene, of course. On the technical merits, it's absolutely the superior of any film in the torture porn genre, which is a little bit like calling it king shit of Turd Mountain. It's also a film that I will literally never recommend to anyone, certainly not without a long, boring preamble about craft. It's brutal and mean and unrelenting, and it's designed to appeal to our base instincts, and while I really liked it, I don't want you to watch it unless you think that you can look past brutal, unceasing degradation, rape, and violence. So what should you watch instead? Go to the video store and get A Nightmare on Elm Street, which was directed by Wes Craven in 1984 and marked the introduction of Freddy Krueger to the world. It does what horror movies are supposed to do: scare the shit out of you, not make you feel every inch of pain that an uncaring, random world can inflict on you with the point of a knife. Check back next week. We're going to be talking about another movie.